So guys, this is our local regional city, Sinalunga. NKD is like a clothing store, discount store. It's not super big. This is our pet food store where we get all our boys get all their food at. And they have a pet washing service and stuff. This little kid store. And then maybe most importantly here is Tigota. And this is Tigota. So this is a big store that carries all sorts of like laundry, detergents, perfume, shampoos, personal items, dirt. They have really good prices here. And you can see it's very, very complete. Scusi, una domanda.
Dimmi. Ciao guys.
What are we finding?
Oh, just stuff.
Did you find my iron-on patch for my jeans yet?
Oh my god.
I got a favorite pair of jeans that I use for doing yard work, and they have a big hole in the butt now. And I don't want to throw them out. Somebody's not playing along.
No, not at all.
Anyway, guys. Quite complete. And Sinalunga is only a town of about 15,000 people. And if you live in this town, you would not have to have a car because there's constant bus service. If you live in a small town around here, it gets a little more dicey because the buses only come to town every hour to 2 hours. They even have pet food here. Now, the one thing you won't find in this store, other than a little bit of vitamins, and it's just an interesting thing, you can find a little bit of vitamins here, but you will not find painkillers and anything like that. Band-Aids, yes. This type of like supplements, yes, but a very small selection. But anything else, you go to a pharmacy or a parapharmacy, which is like a all-natural holistic pharmacy, which are very good. So now we're going to go into Treasure Island. Treasure Island is our go-to store for pet food. They have a very excellent brand of dog food for our boys, Kona and Charlie, called Mongi. Very high quality, runs about €3 per kilo, or about $1.50 a pound. It's excellent food. They also have a dog washing area here. You can bring your dog in, do it yourself washing, and they also offer grooming. And of course they have everything for your cat as well. Tons of supplements, all kinds of food. Just think it's exactly like it is where you're coming from, if it's America or Canada. Tons of selection, brands you know. And the last place I wanted to show you in this general area, this is not actually in Sinalunga, it's actually closer to our target town today. This is the local mall. And if you're rolling your eyes and saying, I didn't go to Italy to go to the mall, it's nice to be able to have 100 good quality shops all together that's convenient to you, because occasionally you're going to want to come and find something. Like they must have at least 6 different dishware shops. They have places that sell clothing, of course. They have home decor. They have restaurants here. And it's a nice place to come to have everything close at hand. Prices are generally very good. And remember, it's much better to have something like this close at hand and you never end up going here than if you were in some very remote place in the outreaches of Italy and you don't have anything like this. This is Oldie's go-to store here for getting stuff like face washes, some makeup. It's kind of like a Sephora, but it's a nice high-quality store. And this was a Thursday around 11 a.m., so there's not a lot of people out. If you were to come here in the evening or either Saturday or Sunday, this place is packed and everyone's walking around with bags. Now we have about a 15-minute drive from Sinalunga over to our target town today. And it goes through 4 or 5 different towns on the way, because towns are spaced about every 2 or 3 minutes apart. Now, none of these towns that we're going through are gigantic, but I must say that this town that I'm showing you right now actually had a fair number of restaurants and bars, services, hardware store, lots of activity. So even closer than 15 minutes from the target property, you're going to have pretty much everything you would need on a daily basis. Now, I am standing directly in front of the target property, which I'll show you in just a minute, but we've arrived in Marciano della Chiana. It's a medieval town of about 3,400 people and sits in an elevation of about 300 meters. Well, guys, welcome to the main square of Marciano della Chiana here in Arezzo. We know you.
Ciao, guys.
Look who decided to come with me today. Yay! This is a big municipal building. So let's walk out. There's one restaurant. There's your little pharmacy. A well. But there's not a lot here in this town. And this is the property that's for sale. You can see there's traffic around here. There's lots going on. This is just the old town. Hey guys, so welcome to
Marciano della Chiana.
Marciano della Chiana. And this is a small town. We're here in Arezzo. What I found interesting, and the reason I wanted to show you guys this place, even though we're not going to do a live tour, but this way, if I need to, I can talk smack about the apartment. It's very big. It's 250 square meters. That's about 2,650 square feet, and it's under 80,000. And it looks like it's in very good shape. The one thing I've noticed is the electrical looks to be mostly exposed in the walls, on top of the walls, not embedded. But in general, it looks like a pretty nice place.
Yeah.
We know this area very well. We're very near where we take our boys, Charlie and Kona, our dogs, to their dog park daycare when we're traveling. And we're very near Monte San Savino. More importantly, we're near Sinalunga, which is where we normally do most of our major shopping. Our grocery store is right in our town in Montepulciano, but we go to Sinalunga for anything else. And there's a mall there, which we're not big mall people, but like you needed some special face cleaner today, and they have a big store there for that. And I'm sure I've already put in a bunch of video of us shopping around Sinalunga because that's important. You can look at stuff online all day long if you want to here in Italy. There's hundreds of thousands of places for sale. I feel the where is just as important as the what. So that's why I wanted to show you guys the where today. Now we're going to go inside via the listing and take a look at the what of this place. And I think you'll find it's a lot of house that's in very good shape for the money. So, you ready to go do that?
Yes,
All
let's
right,
go.
Let's get inside. Don't forget, when you're coming to southern Tuscany, come stay with us in Montepulciano in one of our 17th century apartments. We're happy to meet up with you and show you around town and introduce you to people to make your experience the best you've ever had. TuscanPalace.com. But first we're going to do a nice walk around. I think the building on the outside looks very clean. And you're going to see when we get to the first photo from the listing that there's lots of plants and chairs and tables out front. So I am pretty sure that that big open space on the left side of the building, right next to the white looking curtain door, is owned by the building. It is not city property. But of course, that's something you'd want to check out with the listing agent. But overall, very clean looking building. Shutters need some work, but that kind of stuff is easy to get done. I mean, for the price, 80,000 euros for such a big part of this building, frankly, I wasn't expecting much. This actually looks pretty good. Always nice to have a garage for storage, place to put your small car. You would really want to be okay with being very central. This is, for a small town, a pretty busy corner. But nice to have that outdoor seating area. Boy, in the summer, that would be clutch. And here's one last view of it from the listing. All this stuff is now gone outside, so I'm guessing whoever was in there is gone and it's all been cleaned out. This view is from the first floor inside the apartment. So that's a pretty nice view to have in a property at this price point for under 80,000. So we're going to take a really hard look at a lot of these photos and see really what's going on. One thing I notice is there seems to be a lot of electrical wiring run on top of the walls. That's not something that I like to see. The radiator, however, looks like it's a newer model, so that's good. I would say that overall this room's in pretty good shape. I don't see any obvious signs of water damage. If you wanted to embed all the electrical that may be exposed in this house, it would be a big job. It would set you back well over 10,000 euros, if not more. Now, I think this room is fabulous. I could live with the floor. I would use bigger rugs. I love the ceiling. Wait till you see the ceiling coming up. The beams are incredible in this thing. At this price point, this room looks fabulous. But again, on the back wall, you can see electrical lines running exposed on the wall. That's going to have to be taken care of. At least in my world, it's okay to have decorative exposed wiring, but you can't just have all the wiring in the house done on the outside of the wall. Reverse angle of the same room, I mean, it looks nice. You always have to be careful with these lenses that they use. It looks totally different sized when you look at this photo. Now, looks to me like the doors, the interior doors are in good shape. To me, they look like they're probably from the 50s or 60s, and that's fine. You can probably still work with them. One thing that's going to have to be done here is you're going to have to go over the walls, maybe do some retexturing, and for sure some painting. But again, overall, like the flooring looks good, the beams seem nice, it looks like it's in really good shape. Now, I normally don't spend a lot of time talking about staircases, but I thought this one was really well done. I like the runner, the rug runner in the middle of it. It looks like it's in excellent shape. The painting on the wall even looks good. I don't think you would have to do much to that staircase or maybe much of the common area. Now, this house is listed as a 5-bedroom, 3-bath. And this bathroom looks gigantic, but remember, it's probably because they're using a wide-angle lens. The shower on the left side, that looks a little funny with that little extra step up, but there's certainly plenty of room in here to come in and do something super nice. And as it is, it looks like it's in excellent shape. Now, don't shoot your listing tour guide, but this is the only photo that has anything to do with the kitchen. At least it's big enough to put a table in. It's much bigger than the kitchen in my home that I'm renting here. Again, you can see some wiring on the wall, but overall it looks nice and clean. This bedroom looks fabulous. I even like the paint color. You can tell the windows are probably going to need to be replaced. That's definitely single pane. Not a big deal, about $450 per window to have something that's a double pane window put in. But all of these bedrooms look like they're in very nice shape. Nice to have those shutters too on the windows. That's not bad. And it depends how you're going to use this. Are you going to be here 3 or 4 months out of the year? Maybe you don't bother replacing all the windows. Now, the white ceilings don't bug me. I think it's a shame if it's just natural wood beams that have been covered up like that. If you wanted to take the time and the money to sandblast them, you could do that. Again, you see exposed wiring behind the bed. Not a big fan. And this house has more different types of flooring than I think I've ever seen. I was excited to come see this town, and I was excited to show you this listing because I don't remember such a nice apartment for $80,000 in the main meat of Tuscany, close to everything, that looks like it's in this good a condition. If you were looking for something that's not going to break the bank, something that would be a really good candidate for doing a lot of DIY, maybe not everything DIY, but coming in and doing a lot of the work yourself, this is certainly worth a phone call. I really think that. I have no economic interest, as I'm about to say in a second. I have no economic interest in you calling on this. We're just looking at the listing, but I really like it. Well, guys, that's it for this place. I mean, I think the town's a cute little town.
Yes, it is.
There's not much going on, but within minutes, there's everything you could possibly need, including in Sinalunga, in Arezzo, in Cortona.
Yes.
You're 45 minutes from Siena. We're only about 8 minutes from the on-ramp to the A1, which is huge because that gets you north and south in the country very quickly. It's very nice. We live 25 minutes from the on-ramp, and that adds a little bit of time anytime we want to go somewhere by the freeway. So if you want information on this, go to the description of this video. I am not involved in this house. I just picked it online because I thought it was a very interesting one. I have no financial interest in you buying this house. If you like it, go in the description. I put the listing. Contact the agent. And I hope you have good luck dealing with it, all right? We'll see you guys next time on Brad's World. Ciao.
Ciao guys, and subscribe please.
And please subscribe. Ciao.